if you're a busy crafter and you love some time-saving tips and tricks for making your cards, this video tutorial is for you, and I will show you how to make this sweet card with the Perfectly Pairs bundle by Stampin' Up. So without any more chit chat, let's get right to it. I will place my card, my sample card right here so you can see it and where we're kind of at with our card tutorial. Then I have my card kit here. I do offer a class kit for my video tutorials. I have a link in the video description where you find all the details. So here are the few bits and pieces that we need. I have a 8.5 by 5.5 piece of basic white thick cardstock folded in half at 4.25. I have some of that gorgeous but very bold, I'll admit that, designer series paper, the Painterly Pears. This is the back side. I will layer that on a piece of Secret Sea. That's one of the colors in this paper. And as you can see, I already went ahead and I die cut this little, I don't know, lettuce, or, well, not lettuce, lettuce? Well, English is not my first language, so forgive me. But yeah, this kind of woven texture, I really love it. And I have a tip for that because our pears are going to cover that up more than, you know, I would like it to. So I have a little tip there, and then that will go on there. Then I have a label die cut with our upcoming traditional labels. You've seen me, if you've seen my other Perfectly Pairs card tutorials this week, you will have seen quite a bit of these. So this is one more design, and there are a few others that I haven't even used for this class, of the upcoming traditional labels dies that are in the September-December mini catalog launching for customers on September 3rd. And then I also went ahead, so here's my first time saving tip. There is a stamp for these gorgeous pears, for these two hanging pears in the stamp set. Let me grab that real quick. And to make it, you know, make your own. But the designer series paper also has 2 sheets where you can die cut all these pears from. So that's what I did to save some time on my card here. So that is tip number 1. And then tip number 2, like I said, here for the assembly of my card. As you can see, this nice texture is smaller than what it's showing. So all we're going to do is take our scissors and cut it in half. And that way we have 2 pieces that we can use, and we can kind of spread it out. All right, and then we just have one little bit of stamping to do. So let's go ahead and do that. So we got everything done. I'm using the Secret Sea. Love this new in color. And taking my label here. And then a good friend is a gift. So true. And I'm going to stamp that over here on this side. So just give me a second. I'm trying to focus, concentrate, and get it straight. Okay, so that can dry for a second, because I don't know about you, but my darker colors, sometimes they do take a second longer to dry. So we can go ahead and assemble our card while that is drying on the side. So we have our card base. Let's put our designer series paper on here, just with some stamp and seal. Like I said, I do offer for a limited time a class kit just for a few days. You can find all the info on that in the under the link in the description for my class kits. If I do have class kits still available that I offer to my customers, if you place a Stampin' Up! Order with me, you can get the class kit for free in the mail, and has all the pieces to make the 4 cards, plus a PDF tutorial to make 2 bonus cards. So just the tutorials. And that's exclusive to my class attendees, so I don't share those cards anywhere else. But yeah, you have all the supplies to make these cards at home. Then I will mail that to you. And if I do have extra kits available after that ordering deadline for my customers to get the class kit for free, I will put them on my website, so you can always check there if I have any class kits left. Okay, so that was part number 1. Now we will put on our grid here. Well, not grid. let's see which way. That's how I cut it apart. So instead of messing, because our pears are going to cover up quite a bit, so I'm putting down some Stampin' Seal. And I can grab my pears and kind of see which way it's going to go. Okay, I need some more up there. I want to make it somewhat like my sample. All right. And then the other one, let's see, where did I cut it off? There. So you see how that is such a big gap, but the pears and our labels will cover that up, and we still have that fun little element in the background. Now I'm going to take my Mossy Meadow and Gold ribbon here, and I'm going to fold it into a kind of like a bow. So I'll have to see if it's going to stick down for me right there or not. Sometimes I have enough adhesive everywhere where it stays. Okay, that's good enough. And then I will put on my, oops, it doesn't want to come off the table, my label here. Oops. Okay, so that is that side. And what I'm trying to do is not have any dimensionals directly on my ribbon. I mean, you can put a little bit, like a tiny edge of it, just to keep it in place. Okay, so let's test that out. Okay, looks good. Oops, where did that come from? Somehow I just managed to pick up an extra dimensional from the sheet and I didn't even notice. Okay, so just testing out my layers here. So one can go down there. And I know some people are not that picky about their dimensionals, but I am. So I'm sorry if that's taking a second longer here. Okay, I'll just put one down there. Alrighty, that should be good. I just prefer to make sure, try my best. I mean, you can never really avoid it, how it's being handled by, you know, the mail carrier or the machines at the post office and such. But I always want to try my best to keep that card, all the elements nice and even for as much as I can. Okay, so don't overthink it. Let's just try and make it straight. Looks good. And now that all that's left, I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive here on my pears. Let's see. Okay, so this is all getting covered up, so I can just, I mean, it's going down designer series paper, so it's not going to take a whole crazy amount. All right, so we got our pears on there. And as you can see, every card is unique. This one I have a little bit further over. This one is more to the middle. And then, whoops, I felt some adhesive somewhere. Oh, well, maybe it was just on my finger. But anyway, so now all of our elements are showing. And then for a final touch, for our final card in this online class, I need my Take Your Pick tool. I will add some of our sparkle dots here. I love these because they have such a nice shimmer. Whoop. That's the only thing I don't like about them is they have they're a little bit stubborn coming off of the sheet, but they have such a beautiful shimmer. Come in 2 sizes, 3 different colors. I think it's just a putty on my Take Your Pick tool. There we go. And yeah, they have, but they're low profile, so they really don't add a whole lot of bulk to your card. Okay, and one up here, so we have our usual triangle. And there we go. Card number 4 is done in this class. If you missed the first 3, I will link back to them here right at the end of the video tutorial. And thank you for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video.